fandom, fandom is so stupid in a good way. It's grown men and women and whoever buying toys and having posters hung up on their wall and talking about fictional things. It's not a serious thing. It's supposed to be fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm not beyond bitching about fandom. I think my most recent video was like a 15-minute video of me moaning about the something to do with Spider-Man universe that Sony's doing. So I'm not above it. I'll complain. But some people, as we'll discuss, that their entire MO is just, that's what they live for. That's they enjoy it. That's where they're finding their joy, is complaining. And I just don't get that. I am all for complaining in a fun way. But when complaining just becomes, I am here to complain, I'm going to complain, that's what I'm here for. You're taking the fun out of it, man. Like, have some fun. Yeah.
So that when we talked to Paul Scheer a couple of weeks ago, he said Star Wars is like the Cheesecake Factory. It's the biggest menu on earth, and the's something literally there for everybody. Order the one you want. Don't order the one you don't want. Just order the one you want.
I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm just picturing who, Star Wars Theory. I'm just picturing him sitting in a Cheesecake Factory, going there every day, ordering what he hates and just force feeding it to himself. This is awful.
Who decided to put pistachio on this? This is awful. I blame Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep.
I hate to pick on him. I don't want to. There are people way worse than him, and I'll call them out. Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker. I'll take Star Wars Theory every damn day over those guys. The reason I have a problem with Star Wars Theory is because I was a fan of Star Wars Theory. I admired this guy because he did something, which was he defended the prequels. And I remember being a fan of all of Star Wars. I loved the originals. I loved the prequels. I grew up with them. And you had these others who perhaps grew up with the originals, and they said, oh, the Star Wars prequels, they're not real Star Wars. And they trash on them and trash on them. And then here was this guy who was like, hey, actually, here's some cool stuff about the prequels. And he would do theory videos on them, and it was fun. But now he's the guy with the sequels. He grew up with the prequels. Now he's saying, oh, the sequels are not real Star Wars. The Disney era is not real Star Wars. And I'm just like, man. And it's so clear that he's grifting, man. Like, he doesn't have fun anymore. I knew we were going to talk about this, and I looked at his channel, and I went back, I looked at his last 100 videos. 4 of them out of 100 were not him bitching and moaning about Disney being bad. And I'm just like, what happened? What happened? Why aren't you having fun theorizing about Star Wars? I had so much fun theorizing about the Acolyte and Plagueis and like Ki-Adi-Mundi, being like they went on saying, oh, it's breaking canon, it's breaking lore. I'm like, no, it's freaking awesome. It means like maybe he knew, maybe he didn't, maybe he was hiding it, maybe he was kept it. I just thought that was so cool watching the Acolyte. So it's kind of like a mindset, for some people, when they saw Ki-Adi-Mundi show up, they were like, oh, well, on Wikipedia,
right.
or Wikipedia, sorry. And I'm like, have fun. This means this is expanding the lore, and Ki-Adi-Mundi has always represented the hubris of the Jedi. That's his entire character. And so I thought the Acolyte handled that brilliantly. But I'm a Disney shill. They pay me to say that. So,
but it's funny because
it is just so clear that it's not coming from a genuine place, and that is my problem. If I thought, and I could be wrong, I don't think I am, but if he or anyone genuinely just dislike everything they're putting out, that's fine, man. That is totally fine. I am not telling you what to like. But as somebody, and I'll pick on Star Wars Theory, he's huge. It's okay. He's going to be fine.
He'll survive.
Yeah. Exactly. As somebody, I feel like I know that guy because I watched a lot of his videos. And I don't mean like I know him personally, but I feel like I know his Star Wars taste. And because I felt like maybe it was a little similar to mine, like when he would, do like his theory videos on like future like stuff they could do and tie in the prequels with the sequels and stuff. They had Darth freaking Plagueis on screen. Had you asked me a few years ago who would be the most excited and creaming their shorts if Darth Plagueis showed up on screen, I'd be like, oh, dude, I'm excited, but I'm going to go watch Star Wars Theory because I know he is freaking the hell out excited, and that's going to be fun. But no, he goes, no, that's my script.
But it's this thing where I agree with you 100% in that and I said it in some video somewhere at some point that this was the Star Wars that Acolyte. Look, I feel like Acolyte had 100 problems with execution, right? And I didn't love the way it came out. But what I absolutely loved is what it was trying to do, and the fact that it gave us Plagueis. It gave us this look at the Sith in a different way, and what's happening is the perspective that people on those kinds of channels take is that they know Star Wars better than anybody else, and it's such a gatekeeping perspective.
And they don't.
Well, they absolutely don't, and that's the thing that's insulting, I think, to Leslie Headland. Who, whether you like again, I blame her for the execution, but I also credit her for taking and knowing Star Wars. People need to give her credit for understanding Star Wars better than probably anybody who's made a Star Wars since day one.
She's right up there with Rian Johnson. I think Rian Johnson also understands Star Wars on that deeper level.
It just comes off silly. Like when they say, like you'll hear a lot of them like quote Wikipedia like it's gospel. Like, Wikipedia. I'm like, Wikipedia is a third-party site. It's a great site, but they're not connected to Lucasfilm. They update according to what Lucasfilm is saying. And so they're just dishonest. They know that Ki-Adi-Mundi's age was not ever canon. They know that. They're fully aware of that. But they just lie and they say, oh, the Acolyte, it's breaking lore, it's breaking canon. No, it's not.
Right.
And you know that. You're just lying. And that's what's frustrating about it.